It's Wednesday, Klaus here. It's time for another basic Davinci Resolve tutorial.
Hello, Klaus here. It's Wednesday and time for another basic Davinci Resolve tutorial. So in this episode, we're going to have a look at how to do lens corrections and also how to get rid of these black bars down at your footage if you want to use the complete sensor of your camera. So let's jump right into this. Let's go up to the inspector, and if we go down to the lens correction, which is right here in Davinci Resolve, we're going to have a look at a common problem we have when shooting footage is, of course, using a GoPro. So if we take a look at this clip right here, it's very obviously to see that this is a GoPro shot. You can see the lines are bendy and stuff like that. So an easy way to correct that, of course, is to use the lens correction. And in Davinci Resolve 17, this is super easy. All you need to do is to analyze, and it will actually see how distorted your image is. So I don't know if you actually saw that super quickly. If we toggle off the lens correction, you can actually see how much it wobbles and hear how bendy it is. We're going to add on the lens correction, and it's all stretched out, and it doesn't necessarily look like a shot from a GoPro. It becomes very obviously when we take a shot like this. So it doesn't really look like a straight line at all. But if we select the clip and push the Analyze button, voila, it's all stretched out, and it doesn't necessarily look like something coming out of a GoPro camera. I think that's nicer. Okay, let's continue in this tutorial. This is a thing I run into a lot, actually. These black bars down in the bottom of the frame, usually when you're shooting on a Blackmagic Cinema camera, 4K, or other cameras that has the DCI mode, which means it will shoot the entire sensor, and this is also a mode very common in films that you have these bars, but not necessarily like this. And sometimes you don't want them at all. And there's different ways you could move them. The time-consuming one would be to, well, not even time-consuming. The first you would think of would be to go into the transform and just zoom it out a little bit, and they're gone. But there's an alternative way of doing this. If we go down to the real-time and scaling, and this option is being used for different things, but for this particular example, we're going to go to the scaling options here. And if we open up here, we have different things we can choose. We could choose either crop, fit, fill, or stretch. In this case, I want to fill in my frame, and that's how that's actually done very quickly. So now the bars are away. Also, if you, for instance, have shot something in 4K or 6K or in higher resolution, and you would want to use different shots, or you have a overview shot of this and another camera, whereas a talking head, you will cut in between those things, but you want to make it look like you actually have another camera. You can do the same in the scaling and simply crop the image. And since this is an 1080p timeline and a 4K shot, it's going to crop accordingly to that. And then you could easily go up here in the transform and change the positions to your liking. And you could even zoom it out a bit more. So if you wanted to do like a close-up of that thing, that is totally possible as well. Anyway, I do hope you found this video useful. If you did, please hit that subscribe button, give the video a like, share it with your friends if you think it would help them out, and if you want to be notified every time there's a new video on this channel, please hit that bell icon down in the corner. Until next time, keep filming, keep learning, and keep sharing.